Hey guys, Remy here, and I just got done playing against possibly the best in Neon the other day. It made me want to make this video. Today's video, what we're going to be talking about is just meta in general and just broken characters. So the other day, I made a Reddit post. I wanted to see in the Valorant community what they thought the most broken meta in all of Valorant is. Now, if you don't know, I've been playing Valorant for about 3 years now, 3.5 years, and I've been through almost all the broken metas. I wasn't through the beta. I wasn't here for the beta, and I wasn't here for the first episode, but episode 2 until now, I was through it all. So I've been through quite the amount of broken metas, and this game is sending a lot, and I will give it to Riot. You guys have absolutely like fixed a lot of the broken metas and a lot of the broken agents, but you have also broken agents in the as you're doing it. The character I choose now is literally one of the most broken ones. I think is the chamber meta. The chamber meta, I swear to God, bro, the double TP, the two universal trips, the headhunter that was a guardian but cheaper, no recoil, like when you're spraying with it. It's just literally, that was like, I think this has to be the most broken agent of all Valorant. During this video, I do want to talk about like what are some of the most OP ones that we've had, and honestly, we could also talk about the worst agents that have been through Valorant. Now, if you can't see here, I basically posted a day ago, most broken meta ever. I'm talking to my friend and we were discussing the most broken meta ever in Valorant. This makes me think, what were some of the most broken metas to be in the game? Now, like I just told you guys, the chamber one was crazy, but we have some big ones here. Ares, Chamber, Astra, ISO for like 4 days. Operator back in the beta when, see, I wasn't here for this one, but I've heard about how broken this was. Don't forget the Stinger meta. I was there for that. The gun meta, the Ares, the Stinger. I know the Bucky was broken at one point. That was probably like the most cancerous like meta to go against in terms of like a gun meta. But I will say that's also whenever like you would be buying those weapons. Like right now, when do you ever buy, like, you can buy a Stinger but it's not as broken, you can buy a Bucky but it's not as broken. You really just go from the Spectre to the Bulldog and to the Phantom or the Outlaw. So I would say it's like, that's the last time we were able to like actually use the weapon though and get some value out of it for sure when you grabbed it. Oh yeah, I'm full blind. What is my teammate doing here? There's one close, brother. Got him. Okay. Before we get even further in it, guys, just let me know in the comment section below if you enjoy these type of videos where I just yap about stuff that's happening in the game, happened in the game, might happen in the game. Just like basically where I sit here and talk about all things Valorant, and then we can also, you know, extend this to other games as well. But yeah, so going back to what we were just talking about, chamber, broken. We just like, that's what I think the most broken one is of all time. Now, when we talk about ISO, those 4 days, look, that made the game fun again when ISO was broken. It was like 4 days. I think that's like literally the fastest patch they've done for an agent that's been broken, which, round of applause to them, but it literally took them too long to patch like certain agents like Raze, Jet, Chamber to even make it like, you know, before they even got to the point that was actually broken about the character. So at least they're fixing. I'm full blind. But yeah, at least Valorant's learning from their mistakes. They're fixing what they need to fix. But I would say, like, I low-key like that ISO meta, bro. Those 4 days were the most fun I've had on Valorant in a very long time. Now, I personally don't agree that they should have, like, done both of those nerfs to ISO. I think they should have done one or the other. Because now, like, yeah, you can use ISO now, but it's like, you're going to get more value out of playing a different duelist. Me, personally, I would have just done the cooldown nerf and kept it where you can regenerate the shield. But that's just me. Then we come to our next thing, Astra. Now, recently, Astra just got a buff, which made her, like, an actual, like, viable smokes player to play in substitution. I'm horrible. In substitute to Omen with having 5 stars now, as if you've been playing the game for quite some time, or if you haven't, Astra used to have 5 stars, but what made Astra broken is the 5 stars and the regenerating time. It literally, the cooldown time for Astra was so fast. You can literally place all 5 stars, run through them, take them away. By the time you wrap around Cat on a simp by doing that, you have your stars back by the time you reach main. The cooldown used to be fucking busted. Low-key glad it's not like that anymore. And then the suck was like better than what it is now because it was an insta pull. Now you can get out if you see it. Astra was pretty broken. I think this is the most balanced that the agents has been when it came to the duelist category, that all-time Valorant. Yeah, you have Neon meta right now that's kind of dumb to go against, but it kind of makes sense for like how the kit works. You know, you have Raze, who recently got nerfed and, you know, isn't the most dominant duelist in the category. Now, it's still a very strong duelist, but you can go with other options. Jet players or your Jet players. You know, I think Phoenix is the only one that's just like the odd man out. But I think this is the most like balanced that it's been in a very long time. Now, that makes me want to just think, like, what was the most broken points of just the duelist category? The old Jet, right-click knives. So if you didn't know, if you right-click with the Jet knives back then and you kill someone, you get them all back. You get them all back. So I know people would like get down to one knife and like right click just to hope they kill them, and they get all their knives back. Broken. 2 updrafts, 3 7-second smokes. You can fully stick a bomb defuse as Jet with the smoke covering you, and then the insta dash. Now I wish the instant dash was back, but I get like it's a get out of jail free card, but I feel like that made the game fun, and I low-key miss having that insta dash back. But that, like, Jet used to be literally so broken. Then we go to Raze. Now, if you thought Raze before this nerf was broken, let me introduce you to the old Raze. 2 nades. That motherfucker got 2 nades. The ult used to be broken on damage, and then the satchels were the old satchels where it could literally launch you across the map entering sight. You could cover so much ground. The old school Raze used to be, it used to be insane to go against. And then if you didn't know, Reyna actually used to be somewhat broken. Reyna used to have 4 heals or 4 dismisses. That was kind of fucking busted. Phoenix used to be horrible. Phoenix is usable now. I think this is the most balanced that it is. Like I said before, Neon is annoying to go against. Let's go for this shit. Watch this shot. Where you at? Okay, I'm absolutely horrible. And then just talking about broken metas all the time, it makes me think about like just the agents that we have now. Neon is by far probably the best duelist right now, but I don't think the gap is as big as everyone thinks, because Raze is still very good. Now in the Sentinel category is not very balanced, because Cypher is hands down the best pick that you can go with when you play Cincy. Now, I do think Cypher doesn't need to get nerfed. I just think the rest of the agent group needs to receive a buff to be able to compete. How you want the agent groups to be in this video game is, I feel like there should be a place where playing any agent, you can have an argument for playing any agent in any comp. There should be an argument like, oh, I should be able to play them because they provide point A, point B. I should be able to play Chamber because I'm able to play like another duelist. Get a pick, get out. Sage, there should be a reason for Sage with the like the res, but also the wall should maybe be buffed, or the heal should go back where it's like 100 to your teammate and to yourself, so you can play more battle Sage. Hot take, when Chamber was broken, that was the most fun Valorant has ever been. Say what you want in the comments, but when Chamber was broken, that's probably the most fun Valorant was. Valorant does have, you know, a problem with like balancing agents, knowing how to balance an agent, because I feel like what made Chamber broken was the TPs. You could TP, for example, when you're on bind, you can literally TP from B to A and A to B. That shouldn't be possible. But the thing is, with Valorant, they didn't start off doing those type of nerfs. They were going for like the rest of the kit. So the trips got touched, the headhunter got touched, the fire rate of the ultimate got touched twice, until they finally found out what made Chamber broken, and then they touched the TPs and made it to 1 TP. I applaud Valorant for how much better they've gotten with the agents and like the nerfs and the buffs, but I think there's obviously some weak groups, that being the Sentinel category. And I honestly think now that they buffed Astra, now I would say the initiated category probably needs some work, you know, especially the ones with like stun mechanics, because the stun is very bad. Right now, I don't think there's any agent that's like game breaking broken. Look at your strong agents that you have. You have Raze, Neon, Cypher, Omen. I feel like those still take a somewhat of a skill gap to be able to use at a like at the very like the high level or a higher level. Like I don't feel like you can like log on to Cypher and be able to like fully like just be him. Like it's easier to be him because of how good the agent is. You're not going to automatically be that guy on Cypher, because I think there is still a skill gap on, you know, these agents. Since we're on the topic of just broken metas, I do want to like talk about now a meta that wasn't like, it's still like a thing, but how broken it was beforehand. Didn't have anything to do with guns or agents. It was the ropes, like being able to, the accuracy on the ropes. Now they have nerfed it, but it's still fucking horrible. Like if I die on a rope in a game like this, I'm pissed off, because like there should be no way you should be accurate at all whenever you're on a rope, but somehow you still are. But it used to be way worse. I think like a year ago is when they put in the nerf to make like the accuracy when you're on the rope and stuff. Before that nerf, it was way more broken. Like I'm talking like full accurate, like shoot multiple bullets, being able to hit where your crosshair is. That was probably the most broken and annoying thing that's outside of guns and like the agent meta was that. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna show you some Neon Tech chat. Fuck! I want to go back on the topic of OP weapons. You guys, let's go back to the Stinger meta. Do we not remember how broken the Stinger meta was? There was no point in buying a Spectre. Really, there's no point in buying it now, still. But there was absolutely, it was a throw. It was considered a throw if you would buy the Spectre over the Stinger back when it was broken. The full accuracy while moving and standing still, it was so easy to like be able to control your spray. The amount of damage it would do. It literally was considered a throw to buy a Spectre or an Ares over the Stinger. That's how broken it was. It isn't as broken as the Ares meta that we had for a few weeks, like a year or two ago. There would be no point back then to buy an Odin. Literally just buy an Ares. And even people would consider buying an Ares over a Vandal and a Phantom. Like, when should that happen? When should a 1600 cred gun be considered to be bought over a 2900? Like, that's how broken it was. People were literally buying the Ares over a Phantom and Vandal because that's how broken it was. I mean, with respect to everyone, like, take advantage of the metas, especially when they're broken. Got mine. Fuck! I'm so bad! I do applaud Riot for bringing in the Outlaw. I think it was definitely time for a new, like a new scenery in the weapon category of the game. I do think that the Outlaw might need a nerf because there's no point of really buying a Marshal anymore. Can you guys literally, gun to your head, can you name 5 times recently that you've played the Marshal over the Outlaw? Unless your name's Kami, you haven't used it. The Outlaw definitely needs, you know, a nerf. Like how it is with agents. What I believe with agents, it should be the same thing with guns. Like there should be scenarios where you would use the Marshal over the Outlaw. Fuck! I thought I was him for a second. I thought I was timid. There should be no reason why, like, you shouldn't buy a weapon. I should be able to buy a Marshal and then actually be viable in situations where a Marshal would be the best option. I feel like there should be scenarios where buying a weapon is the best option. I feel like the state that we're in Valorant when it comes to balancing and stuff, I do think that this is the best state it has been in when it comes to having overpowered like agents, weapons, just metas in general. Now, is it perfect? Hell no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Think anything Riot does is gonna be perfect at any point of existence? No. I think this is the most balanced that it has been when it comes to metas from Riot in all of their existence. Now, obviously, the things I think that need work, and Riot, if you're somehow watching this, I know you probably aren't, but even if you are somehow, the agent groups need to be looked at. For example, the Sentinel and Initiator, I think it needs to be more balanced. I feel like Harbor and the Controller needs to be looked at as well. They need a buff. I think you've gutted Viper way too much, but I can understand why you have. But I would definitely say the Sentinel and Initiator category needs to be looked at because there's rarely, you know, cases where you would take any other Sentinel besides KJ over Cypher. It shouldn't be like that. So I would definitely take a look at that. Other shit, we already know. There needs to be some other shit handled when it comes to this game. But let's just start here. Let's just start here. Now we'll eventually get here, but let's just start here. Let's start, you know, square one, you know, first step. You know, you gotta walk before you run. Let's start there. Oh, and also I wanted to mention another meta. Can we talk about for a second how broken KJ and Sage used to be? Now they weren't broken at the same time together. Well, they really were if you think about it in hindsight. Sage with the insta like armored up wall and the 100 healed to herself was broken. And then the KJ used to be so broken. They have nerfed like the damage of the mollies or some shit. KJ used to literally be broken. I remember on Pearl, I think it was A site, you can literally have a turret watch A main walkout and art and everything behind it. That's how fucking broken that character was. I applaud Riot once again for doing a well-needed nerf, but I think we are at the point where Cypher is hands down the best agent, and I don't think there should be an agent that, you know, should be chosen over every other agent in their group. There's not one thing in the world that has scared me as bad and as much as the Judge in its prime. Now, if you guys don't know, the Judge about a year ago was like nerfed, and like obviously it's still like broken, but like I think it had more bullets. The spread was tighter or wider. Whatever one was like made it broken. This gun used to be absolutely broken. Wait. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now, I want you to comment below the meta that you hated the most. If I missed any metas that, you know, were very OP or like underwhelming in the past, anything of meta sorts, just comment it below. We can have a discussion in the comments. Once again, I want to thank you guys for the support that we got on the first type of video like this. I'm going to be trying to do at least 3 to 4 of these per week. So be sure to leave a like and comment. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. Go follow my Twitch if you want some more. And see you guys in a few days. Peace. Love you all.